Well, good morning,
Have
everybody.
arrived.
At the town of Rhyolite, Nevada. We're going to check it out. Come along. This is the bottle house. And, well, let's go check it out. There's a little monument plaque over here that tells you all about it. Tom Kelly Bottle House. Oh, cool to have a visitor log. I will have to sign it and put a sticker up. It sounds like I hear music or voices. So this is the cool bottle house. Door's locked, so you can't go in, but if I remember right, a friend of mine showed me one of these over in Mexico as well. A little log cabin syrup can. I have one of those at home. Looks like they have a bed in there with some mousy turds on it. Well, I don't know. There's this guy over here that just pulled up beside my truck and revved it up a few times. It's a Ford. I guess he was trying to prove that it sounded better than a Tacoma. It didn't, just for the record. And it won't last as long either. Anyway, I don't know if you heard that or not, but yeesh, I'm in rare form this morning. Oh, there's the noises coming from that trailer. So this is the bottle house in Rhyolite. Pretty cool. Got some cool foot and headboards here laying outside. They probably came out of the house. Why don't they put them in a shed and preserve them instead of, looks like an old desk. Horseshoes. And what's left of what looks like an old buckboard. You'd think they'd put this stuff inside out of the elements. All kinds of goodies here. Aunt Jemima syrup can, Prince Albert, shovel head, saw, and some dishes. Can't really read it. Nope, can't read it. Nope. I was hoping to read some of the stamps on the dishes so we'd know how old they are. An American Beauty. I don't know. I don't have my glasses on. It's a damn shame. It looks like it was a beauty. It's a damn shame it's all broke. Hey guys, I'll move on here. Well, let's go see what these buildings are. And then we'll go over up the road, I should say. There's a really cool building right there. Let's check this out, you guys. This is kind of commercialized. I guess you can't really go into buildings. And I understand that, but it's always more exciting to be able to. This says HD and LD Porter, 1906. Really, there's not much left of it. But it's nice to see they're trying to keep standing what was standing. Wow, look at those cool bricks back in the day. Wow. This is a lady in her Ford just following me. Overbury building. Wow. There's a picture of a beautiful building. Stock brokerage firm. The First National Bank of Rhyolite. Probably in the center was probably the vault. It doesn't say I can't go on, in, or over, so I'm gonna. How do they get all these rocks? I guess that was part of the building. Wow. And back in the background there's the school. And we'll get to that on the way out. What I should do is stick to one side of the street on the way in and the other side on the way out. But no, I have to be difficult. Yeah, this looks like it might have been a vault. There's the ceiling. Cement, yeah, it wasn't that thick. But I guess maybe back in the day, you just didn't need, well, thick walls for your vault. Some of the original foundation. Okay, guys. Don't know what this is here. I think what I'll do is do this side of the town as we go in, and the other side as we go out. I know they have a cemetery here somewhere. I want to check that out too. Boy, that was a beautiful building. Hey you guys, check this out. Union Pacific Caboose. Doesn't look like you can get close enough to it to see the inside. But if there's a gate, I'm going in. But there isn't. Damn shame. I suppose I could extend her tripod and come back over with it and extend it over there. Big hole in the floor. Cool. We'll move on to this building across the street. So apparently this was the Las Vegas Daytona Railroad Depot in Rhyolite. It belongs to the BLM now. See, we can't go in. It says it's under 24-hour surveillance, which, yeah, okay, I doubt it, but I'm not the type to break it in or anyway, but I sure would love a peek in. And if you guys that own this, BLM, never mind, I was going to say, if you are the guys that own this building, hit me up. If you're watching this video, tell me to come back and open it up so I can put this inside of this building in my video as it deserves to be. It's just sitting here all boarded up. God knows when you'll get the money to rejuvenate it. And when you do, I'm sure still won't be any fun to go in because you'll have changed it like you guys always do. Anyway, look at these huge, beautiful columns. Massive timbers since 1904, I think is what it said. It stood the time. It's still here, with the exceptions of a few holes that some hee-haw probably put in with a God knows what, little banisters to keep you from falling off. This is so fun. I don't get out enough to do this kind of stuff, and I've always avoided these Beatty and Rhyolite. I don't know why, but I'm here now. This is the back side of the building. It's just, I think it's stunning. Here's an old, looks like a trunk from somebody that got off the train one day and Just left it right there. Ralph, where's my clothes? I left it in the trunk. Oh, honey, I just don't know. Well, they're probably still fighting about that. Although I don't see any railroad bed. I could be walking on it right now, because that's about the right width. Well, I wish I could get in and show you guys the inside. Trust me, if I find one door open, I'm gonna peek in. I think this is a old tractor wheel. I'm not sure. I think it's a tractor wheel. Who knows? If you know, tell me. I encourage all comments. Some old 55-gallon drums. God knows what's in them. Another wheel. Aha. An open door. No, just kidding. I'm not doing it. Pretty much it, you guys, for the train depot. But there's other things here in Rhyolite to see. Rhyolite. I'll get it down. I'm still waking up. Here's an old train light on a pole. Warning, I guess, from the BLM. Just remember, who owns the property, BLM? You own it because we own it. Get it open. Okay, I'm moving on. So this is the Cook Bank building, opened in 1905. There goes that Ford again. Gee whiz, lady, quit following me around. Yes, I said that. Anyway, opened in 1905, and I think it closed in 1907. There was some kind of financial crisis back then. Can't go in, but if I could find a spot, as usual, you know, I probably would. Here's the marquee, if you guys want to read it. I guess this was part of the bank, I'm not sure. Looks like a mine back up in there. Maybe we'll take a look at that. I'm trying to find the cemetery. I wonder if I'll be able to. We're gonna look over in here and see what's out there. Don't know if you can get out there from here. I mean, without walking. Okay, guys, stay tuned. Let's see what other trouble we can get into. So this is the Schoolhouse of Rhyolite, and apparently it was the second one. And I guess they opened in 1906. Or the first school opened in 1906. I'm not sure when this one was built, but yeah, pretty cool looking school. once again, they won't let you near for some reason. I don't know what this was here. That could have been the original school, because this was the second school, and according to what I was just reading, the lots were donated. There was 2 lots, so that would be lot 1, and this would probably be lot 2. I mean, logically, that's what you'd think. So I'm gonna say this was the original school. And well, there's a lot of tin cans down there. Not sure why that would be, but it's probably all the cell phones back in the day and chewing tobacco that the teacher confiscated from the kids. You know how they like to do that stuff back in the day. Yep, they did. It's a shame you can't go in. Somebody has. I'm not doing that. If there was a gate, I would go in and let you have a better view of it. But you know, I guess they're afraid it could collapse on you, which, yes, it's collapsing in, but I don't think it's going to collapse today. There's the back. Really can't see much. I mean, they say it was a school. It's an old building. And it was 2 stories. You can see through the windows the cutout in the wall and some wood stuck in the cutout for what was the floor back then. Some rebar sticking out too. "1904, that was a long time ago. Wow. Look at the huge cracks in the wall. It would have been cool to go through these buildings, and you probably could have before BLM got it, but the guy who owned this property did a land swap. Yeah, I guess BLM wanted his property, which was this area, Rhyolite, and he wanted some of their property, so, well, that's what happens. But back in the day when he owned it, I'm sure you could just walk through these buildings. He probably didn't care. And it would be okay if people didn't vandalize stuff so bad. And that's why in most of my videos, I don't tell you where it's at because of vandals. If it's a well-known place, yeah, I'll tell you. Like this, it's pretty well known. There's a big sign right down the highway. So, you know, places like this, you can tell people where it's at, what it's about, and let's see where people have engraved their names on the side of the building there. Precise reason why they close these places off. So thank you, Randy, and Barry, and Brian, and yeah, oh, Brian's from Tennessee. Okay, thank you. Stay in Tennessee, please. We don't need your name on the side of our historic old buildings. Thank you, bud. Well, that's why they close places off, because people break windows, carve their names into things, and I don't like it. Anyway, moving on, you guys. So I'm not really sure what this building is. It is in Rhyolite, so this looks kind of collapsed. The floor's sturdy. Wonder what happened. Is it that old that it just blew over? Huh. Well, if you know, please feel free to comment and tell me. I don't know what this was. Maybe it was just an old miner's cabin. There's a old bed and springs. Could have been. But the shingles, is that what they used back in those days? I'm not so sure. And the siding, well, I suppose they used that back in the day. Comment, let me know. Somebody still lives here. No trespassing. Little house up here. Would be a cool place to live though, wouldn't it? So I saw all these cool looking tin cans, and I just thought would sift through some Rhyolite trash. And you can see what kind of can opener they used by the little groove marks on the lid here. At least I know what kind it was. I don't know. You guys might not. But it's kind of like one of those army can openers. It's one of those. Very similar, if not the same. That was probably just a butcher knife. Probably an old can of evaporated milk. I don't see any Prince Albert cans. You know, Prince Albert in a can. But I'm sure there's some here. Wow. Look at the way they opened this one. Big old sharp knife. I opened a few cans that way myself back in the day. Well, they didn't keep their trash too far from their homes, did they? But that's how they did it back in the day. They had like those army openers, type openers, or a knife. You can tell this was just a butcher knife of some sort. There was a bigger pile of cans I passed, and I should have stopped over there, but I figured there would be more, and there was. Looks like an old tuna fish can there. Probably chicken of the sea. No, I don't know what they had back then, but that's what it looks like. You can tell a lot about people by looking through their trash.